Hi, everyone. My name is Samantha Lamb, and I'm a media coordinator at West Clayton Elementary School. I'm so excited that you are interested in learning about NCWiseOwl, so I'm going to get started. From your Johnson County Online Connections page, you're going to go under DPI Resources and click on NCWiseOwl. From there, you'll want to click on your level of teaching. So for me, since I'm in an elementary school, I'll start with elementary, but I'll also show you some cool things to do in middle and high. And everything that I do show you is pretty versatile, and you can use it in all three levels. So I'm going to click on elementary. From here, you can see all of the databases, journals, sources that are housed under the blanket of NCWiseOwl. Britannica School is the one that I use the most. I think it's, again, the most versatile. I used it when I was in the high school setting as a media coordinator, and I use it in elementary school every single day with my K-5 kids. So I'm going to start with Britannica School and show you what that looks like. So from here, you'll see at the top, the search bar, you'll see something to kind of like a good visual. And what I do in the library is I have this screen up on my computer so kids can just come over and search anything that they're curious about. So it's kind of like an attention grabber. Down below, you have visuals for kids to click on who might not be reading yet, so they can click on the animals, for example, and from here they can click on amphibians, birds, extinct animals. A lot of kids love dinosaur research, and then from there they can choose their dinosaur. But I'm going to go back to elementary and the homepage for Britannica. So let's say you want to search something. For me, I'm going to search pyramids. And something I tell the kids all the time when I do this demo in front of them on a smartboard, I'll say, if you don't know how to spell it, because a lot of times they're like, I don't know how to spell. I tell them just to start sounding it out, and then they'll see a list underneath of the different terms. And so here we have pyramid, just another little tip that I give the kids. From here, this is really user-friendly. It's easy. There's images on the left. So if you want to look at that, you can click on it up close. If students wanted to use this image in a Google slide presentation, they could simply right-click it, copy it, and then in the right, you'll see a citation box. And you can click that and then simply have the students copy and paste their citation right under their image to give credit to where they got the image from. I kind of use that when I'm teaching the older students about research and citations. If you wanted to copy the link to put it somewhere for the kids to see it, that's there. If you want to favorite that, you can print it, and so on. So I do like looking at the images, and a lot of the students who aren't reading yet really enjoy using the image feature. This is how I kind of teach the students. The information is chunked. I tell them it's sort of like a table of contents, only on the computer. And so you can click these bars to get extra information. If you have a student who is reading at a higher level, up here you'll see reading level 1, 2. You can click on that and it will give them a lot more rich text for them to read. So we can go back to level 1. And here, again, you can see that it has automatically transitioned to Britannica Middle School. So that is helpful. I'm going to get ahead of myself a little bit. So back at the basics. When you're searching for your terms, here I'm going to just try sharks or shark. I can see there are images I can click on, there are videos, but let's just say I click on the term. If you look on the left side, this is helpful for students who are at the computer with a purpose, if they're only looking for images or if they want to watch a video. I teach usually using the articles. So let's say we want to look at the great white shark. Click on that. So back to these levels, this is how I tell the students if they don't find enough or they want more, they can go bump up to the next level. For teachers, on this right side of these tools, this toolbox, again, a citation. I always teach the students if they use any information, they have to cite it. So if they click on that, the citation will pop up. For those older students, they can choose their citation style, and then they can simply copy and paste the citation into their research. For teachers, I know we have a lot of English language learners, so when I need to translate it, it's awesome. I can just, usually it's set for me to Spanish, and the whole entire article is now in Spanish. And this is great for students who are new. There are a lot of different languages to choose from. So sometimes we have students come in that don't speak English and we need to get resources for them. We might not have books that are printed paper copy books, but this is great because I can always find something that they can look at and read. Let me put it back to English. My computer is doing something funny. All right, actually, I'm going to go back here. Or I can click show original. Okay, so from this point, the teacher, you could click on here and it'll tell you the NCWiseOwl level over here. If you wanted to look at the standards, right here it says there's no curriculum standards to match. Let's look at US standards. Let's look for North Carolina. And I guess it's saying there are no standards for the great white shark. I'm going to go back to pyramids because I believe when I was looking at that earlier, there were some standards attached. So if I go to teacher, I see the NCWiseOwl level, and then here it shows me grade 1 standards. And if I am in a different grade level, I can click here and it'll show me the standards for language arts. So that can be really helpful if you're looking for something very specific. I'm going to quickly jump out and show you guys what this looks like at the middle and high school level. So from here, when you start out, it looks very different, but it's still, there's that visual and kind of an attention grabber. You can scroll down, there's biographies, countries, did you know, little videos for the students to watch. It looks like they're all 30 seconds at a glance. So lots of cool articles and things for students to look at. There is this right hand, again, content. If you look at, it can articles, images, biographies, students can search. I'm going to go back to my pyramid search, and you can see that the text is much more complex than it was for the elementary level. And then if you wanted even more, you can bump up to level 3. And I like how there are little videos built in for students to kind of keep their attention. An awesome feature that I love about NCWiseOwl is the read feature. So if they click on that.
In architecture, a monumental structure constructed of or faced with stone or brick.
It will read the article to them. I'm going to jump out and look at the high school level. And here is Britannica School High, and very similar to the middle school level. So it gives you news and articles, flashbacks, things like that. Let's go to our pyramid search here and see what we get. Okay, so I think at level 3, that's where it was with the last time we looked. Another feature that I really like is that you can save things if you're logged in, and you can sort of create these lists. Students can also log in and save things that they're interested in that they can come back to. Another feature that's really great, especially for the younger students, if they see a word that they don't know or they're not familiar with or they can't pronounce it, they can simply double click on the word. And I was wondering, because that word looks like a word that my students would not know, and it says the word you've entered is not in the dictionary. Let's try a different one. It's not foolproof, but most of the words, if you double click it, it'll give you a pop-up dictionary. You can choose the language between English or Spanish. It will pronounce it for you if they click the little speaker, and then it shows you the definition. So I like that feature a lot when I'm teaching elementary school. And yeah, so that's just a very quick overview. I'm going to go into some other tools in the next video.